mile, Calvin.
Hey, I made it.
You made it.
I can go home.
You can go home.
My longest run to date.
Longest run. I haven't even trained, right?
I'm way up there.
11. Feeling good.
That stuff, that funk, that sweet, that funky stuff. Give me that stuff, that funk, that sweet, that funky stuff.
13. Halfway. Mile 16. How you feeling, Nate?
Doing good. Hanging in there.
He's hanging in there. Easy. Hi.
Oh, here you go.
Perfect. Thank you.
And the spray's right up here.
Come on, Nate! Come on! Thank you.
Hey, baby.
The 2024 LA Marathon was this past weekend. And this is my 4th LA Marathon, 6 total marathons. And as I reminisce and think about my run this past weekend, I can't help to think of all the other 3 times that I've ran LA Marathon. And all the times where I've seen the course so many times that I still remember how each year that I ran, how I felt in every single moment of the race. At mile 1, how did I feel? At mile 5, was I as warm as my prior marathons? And the one thing that was different this year is that this year I had multiple friends run this LA Marathon. And one thing that I thought in my head was, why don't I run to help pace my friends? Why don't I help them achieve their goal? A number of my friends this year was their first marathon. And when I hear that, your first marathon, it takes me back to my first LA Marathon, where I had no training. I trained myself, created a plan by myself, and when I ran it, it was all alone. It was only me and my thoughts trying to complete this marathon. And so what I did on this one is I didn't run for a time. I ran to encourage and inspire my friends to finish the race. So this year I finished at 5 hours 18 minutes. So that's a little bit off of my last year's pace, which was like 3:59 or something like that. And I found that I found the marathon to be a different type of challenge. Like, now I had to run for a lot longer, but not utilize as much power between each mile. I've done long runs before with my sister, but those usually amount to an hour or maybe an hour and a half, but never anything 5 hours and above. And that was something that had looming in the back of my mind. Like, could I run for 5 hours? Because I'm so used to having my marathon at a 4-hour finish. Another reason why I wanted to run with my friends is that I wanted to see their experience of going through their first marathon, and I also wanted to see them at the finish line, see how they experience the feeling of completing your first, because there's no other feeling than finishing your first marathon, knowing that all the work that you put in has come down to this one event. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to run with my friends. So I wanted to be the motivation for them to keep going, and also wanted to finish and have that exhilarating feeling of completing such a amazing feat. So this week, for my lifts, for my squats, only went up to 135, knowing that I had a run. I didn't do any runs this week besides the marathon, and only did my daily walks, and that's about it for the week. I really took it easy in terms of running. Started carbo loading on Thursday, trying to eat more to be ready for the race. I didn't have any nervous feelings for myself, knowing that I didn't have to push for a PR, so I felt very relaxed going into it. The only nervous part was knowing that I would be running for a lot longer than my average pace. Now, looking forward, I think what I'm thinking about doing is continue with at least 3 to 5 runs a week. Maybe a long run of maybe about like 10 miles or so. I don't know if I would go any higher than that if I'm not marathon training. And then sprinkle in some sprint work and try to get faster. I think my next goal, whenever I sign up for another marathon, is to be faster. Maybe another 5 or 10 minutes. That's it for this week, and I'll catch you in the next one.